Good morning, friends. I'm first of all extremely sorry. I think it's more than 16 days I have not posted any video. I sincerely feel sorry for the people who have subscribed my channel. They may be waiting for some of the extraordinary content. Usually, I make lot many videos on transit and lot many things. Basically, that has been very much appreciated. But whenever I post some very serious topic, some very in-depth topic, basically I see the people do not take it with the warm hands basically, because look, there are some topics which are very important. They are the foundation, grassroots. If your only core purpose of looking my video is just to look at that, what is going to happen, we are living in a very difficult world, because nowadays I'm getting lot of consultations, lot of clients basically who are very fixated in mind actually what they want in life. That is fine. Look, if you are coming to the astrologer is not an ATM machine. You put a card inside and you will get it something. You are literally giving a license to somebody. Because why I am writing this, last 1 month I think I have gone through lot many consultations, lot many people from different age group, different belief systems. Sometimes I do not like to speak upon all these things, but just need to make aware that don't expect me to act as a magician. I said, I am not a magician. I don't have to install fear in somebody's life. I don't have to install unnecessary pride, or you can say positivity in somebody. I simply speak the language of your planets. I said, my specialization is nakshatras. This is one of the oldest, I think, system we go through. Okay, I am very specialist in retrograde planet, combust planets. Just most of the things you will find in books and lot many things. So basically today also I have brought one unique kind of a topic, and I trust basically that you will take this topic and put some your brain on this area basically. This topic is, I think, somewhere very less discussed or has not been widely discussed. Those who have gone through the books of Dr. B.V. Raman, the southern part of astrological phenomena, they basically take this very seriously. But in northern part of India also it's very important, because today I am going to talk about what you have read in the thumbnail. It's a name called MANDI, M-A-N-D-I, MANDI. In the bracket you can name a parallel name called GULIKA. This is a shadow planet of Saturn, somewhere like Rahu. But this planet is very dangerous. It doesn't come through in the form of dasha, antardasha, but it's an invisible blot, or you can say a stamp or a mark in the chart basically. And whenever this planet is placed, we completely become blind. We become delusional, illusional. We assume, we presume. These are very dangerous words. We put our brain, our mind, our heart into a frame of box, and we sometimes are inefficient to look beyond that. There might be scenes, and this can be as a punishment placement for lot of the people. This is a very micro area, because in most of the software basically, if you go and search for MANDI, M-A-N-D-I, MANDI, it's a long word. What is the short form for MANDI? M-D. To know this MANDI better, I would like to say in your chart which app or software you should go through. I request all of you to, first of all, if you are watching my videos the first time, go to the Google Play Store. If you already have that software, that is well and fine, but the name of that software is Jyotish app. It's a blue color app. Okay, Jyotish app. It has a lot of other features like other software apps for making. In some of the other softwares also they might have included this feature, but in the planetary position sections in the birth chart, somewhere between the signs, the houses, will see like a planet name is written in the short form. Let's say SA is written for Saturn, SU is written for Sun, for Mercury it's written ME, for Mars it is written MA. Short alphabets, two alphabet are somewhere basically written, or somewhere the whole planet in the checkbox is written. You have to read MD. MD is the short form of MANDI. Okay, now MANDI is a shadow planet of Saturn. I will not go into the procedure calculation, it's very complicated. It needs to be seen by the sunrise of your particular city you are born in. Okay, let's say you are born in XYZ any city, look at the birth time of that city, and means sunrise time into your city and sunset time. This is again a mathematical procedure. So if people are not aware about the sunrise time of that birth city, basically it's a very complicated. So I'll discuss it sometimes else. But today I'll try to give you a possible viewpoint. Look, some of the people may feel scared, some of the people may feel I think offended, or there might be possibility this is a panicking zone. Basically Mandi is a little bit panic making planet basically. But Mandi is our hidden kind of a karma, let's say revenge based karma, destruction based karma, or somewhere basically hateful karma, or somewhere basically we come across some people in the form of family, children, friends, brother, sister, husband, wife, with our community, with our guru, our father, mother, somewhere. Why we have got that planet, we don't ask that question to ourselves. I again repeat that I am nobody to tell you that this is good and bad. You might have lived a life before watching my video also, and you will live after also. But you might have collection of your own experience, memories of your own life, whatever life you have lived till now. I have made lot many videos in Navtara Chakra. Let's say if I speak about some bad nakshatra, why I speak? Once you figure it out, which are the dangerous spot in your birth chart, from the moon, from the ascendant. Once you get, okay, this house has that 16th nakshatra, this house has 18th nakshatra. Why I keep on repeating this? Because most of the people may not be taking it seriously or may get afraid of something. Let's say if I say that somebody has a bad planet in a 16th nakshatra, what is 16th nakshatra famous for? In Navtara, it is the second cycle nakshatra of 7, 16, 25th nakshatra. It's a Vad Tara. With the word Vad you can understand it's like a death-like scenario, not necessarily physical death. Death of your emotions, death of your wealth, death of family members, death of your power position, death of your art, your desires. It may be any planet. Look at that planet controls the which area in general in the natural zodiac belt. Let's say 16 nakshatra happens to be of any Jupiter ruled nakshatra. What is Jupiter known for? Jupiter is known for our grandparents, our genetic tree. We are the descendant of our ancestors. We are coming through a lineage. Jupiter is not only an individual planet, it is an institution of planets. Without Jupiter, you cannot imagine the past, present, and future. It's a collective drive of all the karma which are basically deposited there. Jupiter is the karka of punya, merits. When the karka of punya, karka of your paternal grandfather, karka of your family you are born in, wealth, educations, your wisdom, your higher education, your children's, your future, and Jupiter is a karka of a husband in a female chart. Jupiter is your elder brothers, sisters. Jupiter is your friends, your network. Jupiter is dharma, traditions, rules, values, society. So many departments. In a birth chart within the 12th house, Jupiter has control over 6 houses. It is the significator. No matter you are born in which ascendant, Jupiter's sign may be falling in 3rd house, 4th house, 9th house. It may be a triangle lord, it may be a Kendra lord, it may be ascendant lord. That's a secondary part. But first of all, you have to understand planet as a karka, as a significator, because that is the grassroots foundation of a birth chart. Let's say if first house lord is very powerful but the sun is weak, which is the karka, that means your body will be good, you will be looking good. It's like a device, a mobile phone. Ascendant is lord is like a device, but the network, the power, the quality of your mind, that comes through the planet sun. How much confident you will be, how much your effect, influence will fall on others, how much your authority will be accepted, your dignity will be mentioned. So sun basically speaks about the background of the first house. In the similar way, today we are talking about the Mandi. It's a shadow planet of Saturn. Unlike Rahu Ketu. Rahu Ketu has Mahadasha, Antardashas. But what is difference between Rahu and Mandi? Rahu can give you still good results. Okay, Rahu can still give you. Rahu is unfinished desires of your life. Ketu is the collection of your all past life good and bad karma. Mandi is somewhere basically mixture of both, but mostly on the negative side. Rahu can be good desire. I want to become an actor. I want to become a scientist. I want to become a celebrity. I want to go for marriage. I want to make money. I want to become a good sportsman. There are some different desires. Rahu is that. Unfinished desires mostly. But within those desires, what are the hidden negative areas in that desire? I want to take revenge. I have to punish this person. That person, you may not be knowing the background of that somebody did bad to you or you did bad to somebody. Now, the negative side of desire basically are consolidated in the Mandi and Gulika. It will be always available in the birth chart in the short form MD. Okay, and simplified, let me make you a very simplified method. Look at the sun's placement in your birth chart. In whichever house sun is placed, go to that nakshatra in the natural zodiac belt. Let's say somebody's sun is placed in a Ashwini nakshatra, nakshatra of Ketu, and look at the 8th nakshatra from that. But this is just a micro analogy, don't draw complete. Sometimes that may be one nakshatra or two nakshatra forward to that. So basically the 8th nakshatra from the sun's placement, that is the placement where Mandi will be founded. I have a sun in Ashwini. My Mandi is falling in Punarvasu nakshatra, which is falling between my 12th house to 1st house. Okay, just I am giving my example. Okay, so it's affecting my 12th house and 1st house. Technically, it's the nakshatra of Jupiter. Jupiter is my 6th lord. It's the planet of my genetic roots. Prarabdha karma, my 6th house. I am a Cancer moon, Cancer ascendant. So Jupiter technically is my 6th lord, a natural 6th house. In my case, it's the 6th house of Prarabdha karma, pending karma towards the society, towards the teacher, rules, regulation, dharma, teaching. Even this is my Karkamsha Lagna. So I have gone through lot many challenges, I have gone through lot many teachers, institution. Somewhere basically I have done very bad with the teachers, with the gurus. Let's say if any teacher, guru scolds me for my bad activity, tells me something which is very negative for me to bear, listen, accept. I simply put a blame on him or her. I misbehave with the teacher, I put useless allegation. Whenever you take a fight with a teacher figure in your life, teacher figure can be somebody in your family, your mother can be teacher, your father can be teacher, anybody who gives their guidance based on their life journey experiences. And you say that we are born in this generation, you were born in that generation, it's your fault. Why should we consider your experience seriously? If somebody's intention to make sure that you don't make that blunders which we made, we were not having that sort of option. Like in today's generation, you were born after 2000 or let's say after 90s, you still have seen a better world of mobile phones, cable TV connections. You have a lot of access to lot many information. That was not the case. Disrespecting somebody's experience, it's like literally shutting down a door which is trying to somewhere make us secure in our life. I am not fascinated to install fear, negative things in life, because some people basically are not meant to digest that difficult area. And once you don't address the negative side within you, or you try to fix it or you try to be ignored, you try to fool your own self, nobody else is going to suffer, you are going to suffer. So I always say the good and bad, both things. I am not only meant here to tell negative things and gain sensation videos and anything. I have come across lot many clients, lot many students who have told negative things to me. I don't put blame on them. Actually, these people are none other than the people who have met me in the past life. I might have done something wrong to them, and sometimes I feel that I am not able to guide them, and that is their part of negative karma. They are not supposed to experience the savior quality. I try my level best, I do my karma and leave it on universe. I don't try to control anybody's life, neither I believe in doing that. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the Mandi. Okay, one dictum I have given you, look at the placement of the sun in your birth chart, but I'll make it easier. If you have Jyotish app in your phone, on your laptop, That app can give you a very clear picture where Mandi is placed in which nakshatra, at what degree, which nakshatra it's falling, which house it's falling. Okay, usually it will be the 8, it will be placed in a 8 nakshatra from the sun's nakshatra. You can apply this. Okay, now today I am going to tell you that Mandi placement in a different houses. Let's say Mandi is placed in a first house. You may be very smart, very good looking, your personality will be very bright, but somewhere basically you will be self-critical person. There will be lot many black magic kind of a thing might happen with you. You try to have a lack of confidence in your life. Let's say you will have a health issues, inner fear. So sometimes basically you are critical about your own self. Lack of confidence, some health issues related to that nakshatra, that planet, whichever nakshatra basically falls in the first house. So Mandi decreases the power of the sun in the birth chart in general. It is the son of Saturn, so usually it will take revenge mode. So sometimes you will be fighting with your father for your existence. Till your father is alive, you cannot shine well. That is a challenging situation. First house comes under the domain of planet Sun. So in which condition it is possible that Mandi can be falling into the first house? If the sun is placed in the 10th house. 10th house usually belongs to the Saturn and first house usually belongs to the Sun. Sun gets exalted in the first house and Mars gets exalted in the 10th. Sun and Mars are like father and son. Sun is the control and Mars is the control center. 10th house is the control center where you work, exercise your power. So when the Mandi is in the first life, you can be enemy to your own self. Sometimes you will be living in a delusional world. Mandi puts a patch on your mind, on your soul, on your body, that you are basically conditioned in that way that you can't look things beyond the limited dimensions. Sometimes you behave like Rahu basically. I am only concerned, bothered, selfish nature about myself, always playing victim card, always blaming others, always trying to gain attention, validation, and in that process basically you will be suffering in the hands of others. You may make a joke of your own self. So that is the Mandi in the first life. Today I am giving you a limited negative possibilities, but is there something very positive? I will make a separate video for that. In which condition Mandi can give you good result. Now Mandi is in the second house. Your family may put you into delusion. Your upbringing might be very with lot of crisis, financial challenges, food habits, your voice, your speech. You will be speaking something without thinking about the consequence. You will be not able to save the money to run the family show. Making money, expansion, growth becomes a challenge in your life. Your childhood basic upbringing suffers. You are economically always under the fear zone. Let's say your second lord is placed, any exalted planet is also placed, but still you will be always feared about the financial growth, matter, money, all these things. Second house in everyday's life is very important. Anybody's chart, without wealth, without family, to imagine a life is a very difficult task. I can sense that, I can feel. But you will be having a lot of enemies within your family. If any planet becoming, let's say, planet, look at the character of that planet. If that planet is placed there, that planet will create a lot of trouble in your life. Second house happens to be the longevity of your spouse, savings, resources. Throughout the life you will struggle like anything. You have to be very careful with your speech. Let's say if you come to know that, okay, my chart has this problem. Once you figure it out, I have this problem. Don't start blaming yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Don't consider that whatever I said, it's not a dead end. Whenever you figure out the negative area in your life, you've got an opportunity to work on it. Don't try to fix it all of a sudden. No, that's not going to work. Somewhere you have to dilute it. So second house is basically that problem. Let's say Mandi is in third house. It's a Upacha house. Somewhere Mandi is a cruel planet, bad planet. But within your environment, your brothers, sisters, your communications, let's say sometime you will be very masculine in behavior. Sometime you will be behaving like a Mercury or Rahu. Mandi usually in third house is somewhere considered very good, but will be bad for brothers, sisters. But sometimes when you need the support of the people, third house is a kind of a physical support. Let's say you are confronted by your enemies, you need the people to support you. 10 people are against you, trying to kill you, attack you. Third house is your safeguard, ability to confront, fight, discuss, debate. And sometimes you will feel that at the final moment, at the examination time or final time, your wisdom goes away. Your ability to deal, your support is withdrawn, you are completely isolated. You suffer like anything. Third house is the mostly the environment around you, teenage life. The basic source of getting information nowadays, social media. You will be trapped, you will be fooled in the social media. You will not come across the good people on the social media. You will come across the bad people who will have a mask on the face. In most of the social media, especially in the Facebook, you will see a lot of astrologers who have not put their face. Their eyes are not visible. A teacher, a guru's eyes should always be visible. Eye speaks a lot of things. Body language. So basically somewhere you can spot on. Third house is basic level of awareness, but not the wisdom. The kind of information you are getting through. That can be manipulated information. Third is the basic college level studies, education, something like that. So this will suffer. If the Mandi is in the fourth house, mother, emotions, your own heart, your mother, your landed property, your old age comes under problem. Now this is the worst situation anybody can have. If Mandi somewhere enters in the fourth house, you will be having a revengeful mind, hateful mind. If you will not have somebody within your family will be jealous of your happiness, you are calm, composed and something like that. But you will suffer on the account of character. Most of the people will interfere in your private life. Your private matters will become public. That's a very insecure situation. Fourth house is the security of your life, your home, your family, your mother. And let's say if mother turns your enemy, gives you a negative guidance, whether you are a boy, whether you are a girl, your mother keeps on speaking that I have been victim of something, I have been victim of something. You emotionally feel that yes, I have to safeguard my mother, my mother has suffered a lot. Look, she may be a mother. She may be a mother. Even I may be an astrologer. None of us are exempted from our past karma. Just because we are mother, just because I am an astrologer, I am a teacher, even I have a background of karma. I will be not spared. So just because telling that I am a male, I am a female, I am a mother, I am a father, but you are a human being who has a background of karma. Nobody is exempted. Just because you have suffered something. Everybody comes in the world with that background of karma and nobody can be spared. Just because I am a male, I am a female. I am making it because some females basically keep on passing on the trauma to the next generation. Keep on victim cards and all those things. Feeding negative things into the children. Always keeping them under that trap. And with that energy, if the child becomes a devil, a challenge to the society, becomes a criminal. Nowadays we are witnessing a lot of things. A girl throwing his fiancée from the fort, from the mountain. Even sometimes some men killing their girlfriend, their wife. I don't defend anybody. Crime cannot be. Both gender. Look, we all have background of negative karma, positive also. But just because somebody behaves bad with us, we must ask ourselves why this is happening with me. Introspection is something. I always repeat one thing, Atma Mantra. Don't even listen to me, but sit with your own self. Do meditation. Ask yourself. Your inner soul will not lie to you. I may lie. My words may go wrong. I accept it. I'm speaking very generalized thing, but subconscious in somewhere deep down our heart we somewhere know that we have done something good and bad. Sometimes our ego, our self-respect, our social aura, basically we do not want to put that on stake. We might have been living something, believing something as a reality right from the childhood, and all of a sudden you come to know that whatever we have studied, we have learned, all is that was joke. Like we have been grown up in schools, college, learning the history of India, which was a distorted history. Some of our generations feel fooled that we have been taught a false history. As a generation, most of the people can relate with me in India. It is not only the case of India, but the different, because those people who are sitting in the powerful position, who control the world through money, influence, government, they will never let you know the whole thing of the life. They will try to hide all the skeletons, distorted history. Rich people never want to know that whole world should, because their rule, their control goes away. Because wisdom opens up the eyes of each and every individual basis. So that's why basically Mandi in the fourth house is very dangerous, because this is your upbringing by mother. This is a dangerous house to your father also. It is the eighth house, longevity, threat. So fourth house Mandi is a problematic. If Mandi is somewhere visible in the fifth house, grandfather, your punya, your ancestors. In a female chart, it's a fertility, miscarriage. You might have killed somebody's children. You might have disrespected your ancestors. You have destroyed your punya in the past life using in a bad. You might have used a destructive mind. You have used your creativity to the wrong place. This time you may fall into love with somebody who is likely going to destroy you. In such a sophisticated manner, Mandi is a very clever planet. It's not visible, it's like Rahu, but more dangerous than that. Manipulative. Sometimes you will always see that version of the part which is basically used to punish you for your bad karma in the past life. Mandi is a silent Saturn. Shadow, completely shadow of shadow. In a very silent way, it pulls away the ground below our legs. So your mind will be conditioned in that way, destructive way or something like that. You will be doing in that way. Creativity, doing something destructive in the society. Trouble in education, trouble in childbirth. Your children may not be living for a long term. Fifth of the speculation. Some people are very used to become quick rich in their life. Gambling, doing betting, quick windfall, running behind. They do not want to go through process of life system. They want to skip everything. They are very impatient by nature. Somewhere they are born in a very privileged family. In order to make sure they destroy their ancestors, all good things created by them. Because they are somewhere the descendant of that same ancestor, somebody might have done a destructive karma to destroy society in somewhere. So somewhere they are also punishing their ancestors also. So that way Mandi in the fifth house is a little bit problematic. You will find it very difficult to have access of your punya, good merits of past life. Your children might suffer and you will be standing helpless, not able to do anything in your life. Mandi in the sixth house. I normally consider this as a good thing, but not always. Sometimes you will come across the work environment, the colleagues, your servants, your loads, your health issues, your fitness, your competitive skills. You will be dragged to such kind of conflict where you are not supposed to entertain in your life. You might go through lot many health challenges throughout the life. You will be dealing with policemen, you will be dealing with doctors. Sometimes you will be in the company of criminals doing bad karma, and you feel that it is justified just because you have got some injury, accident, something like that in the present life. So Mandi in sixth house, for some people it has given good result, but in most of the cases I have gone through studying the chart of somebody's from many years. I have a data of lot many people's chart. If you have Mandi in the sixth house, be very alert. You are not supposed to engage in every fight. You are dragged to. You will be unnecessarily dragged to a fight of something. Health, picking up loans. If Mandi is in a sixth house, try not to take loans in your life. Be very careful with your fitness. Be punctual of time, day-to-day activity. You'll be facing challenges. You'll be into some profession. Let's say you're a lawyer, you're a policeman. You have to daily deal with the bad people, doctor, diseases. This is not a completely good position. Mandi is definitely a cruel planet. And with the dictum that cruel planet in 3, 6, 10, 11 gives good result. Yes, it can give you some victory over enemies also. I'm not completely denying that, but you will be engaged into a battle somewhere basically which will finish it at what time you don't have control. You have a choice to do karma. You'll pick up a fight with somebody. You are fighting with the enemy, you are only seeing the limited portion of the enemy, but there will be a lot of background of enemy. Let's say there's a Russia-Ukraine war going on since 2022. Why the war is not getting finished? What is the background reason? There are a lot of factors attached behind that. A lot of powerful people do not want to finish that war. Lot of things are dirty things are happening. I cannot speak up on the channel here. Somewhere we can see that lot of things are happening. So that is there. Now let's bring Mandi to the 7th house. Spouse, partner. Let's say we become a social media influencer like me, somebody else may be making some comedy videos, intellectual video, and a scientific video. Somebody is an actor, actress, comedian. 7th house is your audience, your viewers. It's not only about marriage, business, partnership, the world opposite to us. Whenever we do something, we get negative feedback from the opposite side. We come across a bad spouse. Bad in which sense? Which never tells us the reality, always stays us like a parasite. In Hindi we call it dimak. Some people live in that illusion that I have got a good spouse. Rahu is still better in 7th house than Mandi, I would like to say. Mandi is something like a Shakuni. What Shakuni did to Duryodhana in Mahabharata. That is Mandi. That is the Mandi. Secretively cutting your roots, pushing you towards that something you are not aware. You feel that somebody is your well-wisher. Mandi can be very creative in that act. Sometimes that's why untimely death can be caused by Mandi. Mandi in the 2nd and 7th house is very dangerous because your own people can finish you up. You will be trusting them like anything. Nowadays marriage has become a scary business for many males, but no. Nowadays I'll not completely take the side of man, but I'll take the side of females also. We cannot say that female have not suffered. It's a cycle of karma. Let's say Rahu Ketu has a 180-year cycle. If let's say 90 years man have destroyed women, have shut down their emotions, have not cared about them, have been thankless, regardless, ungrateful behavior towards female. Our mothers, our grandmothers, they have sacrificed lot of things silently, like a labor, like a worker. We never appreciated their sacrifice. We never respected them. We take it as a casual duty for them. The present generation is the outcome of the past. If you suppress somebody like a spring, and one day that spring will blast like anything. So we cannot completely put blame on the female fraternity. I know. Unnecessary making females a villain is not a right thing. Neither male. Both are the product of time and karma. So basically in the 7th house if Mandi is there, whether you are a male or a female, I will not say that don't marry, or I'll say marry. I'll completely leave it on your own wisdom. But one thing is there. If Mandi is in 7th house and you choose like in this life I don't want to marry, so I'll not make that house alert. No. I again repeat, 7th house is not only restricted to the life partner. That will come to you in a different form, different way. Let's say someday you are driving a car, a two-wheeler, and somebody coming from the opposite side finished you. Not necessarily you have to get murdered or destroyed by after marriage. That accident can happen outside your house also, your colleague also, somebody who are dealing with day-to-day life. Lot of things are possible. So that is basically 7,000. If you are too much addicted of taking validation from other side, and if you get offended by the criticism of the other people, once other people learn that okay, criticizing this man or woman, they will turn according to narcissist personality. Some people controls you, puts lot of allegation, puts you always in the check mode. Silently listen them, don't react. Consider that way that I have done something wrong to them, that's why they are like a barking dog. You have to behave in that smarter way. It's a very difficult task for some people to carry on such trauma for long time, listening to somebody critical. Even they have a limited time span, energy, they will not be barking throughout their life. After a certain period, when they will be fed up, they will move on. So that is the right way to deal with the 7,000 energy. Okay, so that is there. If Mandi is in 8,000, dark secrets, dark fears. Mandi in 8,000 is very dangerous. Lot of hidden fears, hidden secrets. In-laws family, this is dangerous for your life partner also. Your father's whole investment may get destroyed. Father may face lot of issues in the hospital, court, litigations. This is the 12th house from the 9th house. This is the 4th house from 5th house. Trouble to your children's. Challenge right starting after you get married. Your spouse is not making trouble for you, but your in-laws are making trouble. Your spouse is a good person, but your in-laws are creating trouble for you. Why? Because in past life you might have done good things to your spouse, you might have got a good spouse, but somewhere you disrespected your spouse, whether it being a male, whether it being a female. And just now you are getting the taste of that area. 8th house sometimes can give you black magic, tantra, lot of chemical experiment on you. So this is really a dangerous house for Mandi. Mandi feels this is the house of Saturn. You cannot run away from here. Longevity. Sometimes you will be blessed with a long span of life, with lot of disease, lot of debts, lot of fear. You will see a complete destruction of your future, present, future generation in front of your eyes. Imagine the situation of Dhritarashtra, who was the father of Duryodhana, who was given a very long span of life, who was blind, and he saw completely his whole children and whole empire get killed away. That way Mandi can behave in 8th house. Will not kill you, but will make you sense that you might have done something same to the others in the past life, in the power of position, authority. So that way you need to understand Mandi is going to behave in the 8th house. Somewhere you might have been a part of a Tantra Kriya, astrological practice, and you might have tried to manipulate somebody's life, somebody's body. And being an astrologer in this lifetime, you can also get the taste of that. Nobody will be spared. Nobody will be, not including myself here. I might have done something wrong. And I strongly believe in karma and consequence. I strongly believe that. We can wear any mask. We can speak any good and bad things. But universe is quite aware about our own things. So that's why 8th house is something like that. Now if the Mandi comes into the 9th house, father, your guru, your teacher, your astrologer, your guides, your community, your society, you feel that your society is pathetic, your father, guru is pathetic, your father might have died earlier in life, or father maybe behave like an enemy. Okay. You will come across bad gurus, bad teachers. Your higher education will suffer in life, college life. You will hate your own community, or your community will put you in a difficult positions. 9th house is long distance journey. Whenever you go to the long distance journey, threat to something. Different country, different religion, dealing with the people from the different areas. You will have a religious conflicts, religious wars. So that way you have to be very careful. Mandi in the 10th house. In the past life you were a very powerful person, and you have misused your power as an authority figure, abused the power using a governmental authority. 10th house is not an ordinary house. Mandi in 10th house. Sometimes you will be forced to act like a villain using a power, punishing authority like a judge. Let's say judge giving a death sentence, and that person's family member, friends feeling judge as an enemy. Judge is simply doing his duty like a policeman. You are in charge of something, you are supposed to do something, or in this lifetime, let's say you do something, you are having a false illusion of power of something, that I have this power, I can do that, and nobody will catch you. Mandi in the 10th house is very dangerous situation. No matter how much powerful you are, you may be the biggest billionaire on the earth, trillionaire on the earth. This Mandi can literally shatter your 20, 30 generations. Why? It is happening in 6th house away from the 5th house. Doing anything wrong with the Mandi in the 10th house will become lot of debt towards your ancestors. From the 5th house, this 10th house is the 6th house, loan house. You are depositing there. So be very careful with the Mandi in the 10th house. If you are in any private limited, multi-limited, you will be industrials, you will be in a public profession, you will be having a good reputation, and behind that reputation, if you are doing something wrong, just because you are using your image, influence, trying to control everything. Your son or children might have done something wrong and trying to save them. Just because you have money, your power, influence. Okay. You cannot script writer of anybody's journey, even not your children's. Even being an astrologer, I cannot. I do not give such tools. Wearing gemstones, doing mantra, doing dhan, doing charity. We are not completely aware that what intensity of karma we have done that. But yes, once we submit to the universe, don't submit to me, don't submit to Guru, don't submit. Don't live in that victim mode, because whatever has happened, we cannot erase to any eraser. But once we are aware, okay, we are going through this kind of energies, we should improve our karma. We should not be obsessed with too much of power in life. Destruction, something like that. Mandi can completely create a lot of trouble in career, profession throughout the life. You will be unemployed, or let's say you will be facing a lot of trouble in getting settled in life. Now Mandi coming in the 11th house. Gains, achievement. In past life, you might have achieved your objects, your achievements through wrong way. Let's say you have an exalted planet in 11th and some astrologer has told you that you will achieve extraordinary. You might be achieving also. I will not deny that. Mandi in 11th house, in a Upacha house, is moderately considered good. But every good has a consequence also. 11th house is a big network of people, friends. Every people adding to your network. Not necessarily everybody is a friend in your life. Sometimes we are getting some achievement without effort. We are not aware that why it's coming to us. Sometimes we get lottery, rewards, success. Some behind version is behind there. So 11th house, Mandi can be literally very scary. Let's say you 5 people are going to something, and one of person becomes acts like a terrorist. You all are under the CCTV footage. 4 of you might have not done anything wrong, but that one person used your friendship, your network to do something. You people may be influential, good family peoples, and that people silently entered in your group and did something. You all become booked by the court of law, become villains in the society. Okay, after trial, court, verification, lot of things may happen. You can, but it was maximum part of life to achieve sometime minimum desires. Because 11th house I consider the most, I think, problematic house, desires. The more bigger the desire, the more bigger the challenges. In past life, let's say if you have achieved your goals, ambition to shortcut method, destruction of people and something like that, this can be cost you something you have never imagined in your life. That is. And Mandi coming into finally 12th house. Paternal grandfather, maternal grandmother, bedroom life, insulting to the God, your ancestors, torturing somebody in the old age. कहते हैं ना, putting somebody as a slave in your life, shutting somebody's voice, manipulating, becoming a saint, becoming a guru, spiritual guru, and doing something very nonsense. Spiritual masters, healers, doctors. Let's say you are a superintendent of jail, you are a judge, misusing your judicial power, authority, your spiritual masters. They are unnecessary putting false things in people's mind. They are teaching people escapism in the life rather than confrontation. They are teaching people take the loan and don't pay. 6th house is loan and 12th house is payback. In general sense, in the karmic sense also it is like that. Some people tell this astrology is nonsense. This is nonsense. They cannot go into the deep of the ocean doing tapasya, but they have audacity to tell you something. I don't make such tall claims. I cannot completely say that this is fake, this is fake. No. Even I have confessions of lot many people over the Zoom in consultations from last 7-10 years. I have handwritten confessions of lot many people who used to write letters to me in early 2008-10 when I was just at the beginning stage of learning astrology. Still I used to get experience of, through that I have understood and connected all the dots. So 12th house is something like that. You become a fake spiritual master. You show that you are very spiritual, you are very donating lot of things. I have opened lot many NGOs for children, old age parents, for women, for the welfare of people. Behind the scenes you are doing something different. And 12th house is literally playing with the God, with the universe. You are not taking a fight with any individual. Okay, since once to 11th house, you are fighting within the people, within the society somewhere. Even the 8th house, you can, let's say, win with somebody. But 12th house is the God, ultimate authority of the universe, controlling authority where everybody surrenders. And 12th house is the death and rebirth situation. You have to submit your everything. Look at the Pisces sign, the two fish. One is having no attachment, one is having attachment. The two difference. Let's say if you have done some negative karma in this life also. So again you have to come into this universe to go through experience. It is the universal collection data center. Universal CCTV camera, we all are naked. We may lie to ourselves. We may, due to ego, due to perception, we cannot think. We live in a false perception of life. 12th house is belief system also. We may be into wrong belief system. That is again a punishment throughout the life. And one day everything shatters. Our dreams, our imagination, the kind of a truth which was fed to us. 12th house is a research which doesn't happen overnight. It's a tapasya, it's a seva, it's a karma where you don't get instant reward. Lot of things you do good in the hidden, in the silence, you don't speak about. You do lot of things. 12th house is the negative word for 12th house is judgment. When you become a judge and figure it out the fault of others, make sure that you don't have any fault within your own self. If you think you are smarter, if you can lie to your own self, but universe will not. 12th house is the Pisces sign, Saturn is there. And before Saturn will leave Pisces, world will witness a lot of course correction in the universe. Old structure will finish, old kingdoms will finish, old rulers, old people will be punished brutally. New system will emerge, a complete new world order in lot many things. True history will come out, lot of things. So that way you can feel that what Mandi can do. In this video I have just given you idea. Most of the people may feel I have talked about a negative because Mandi is really a very gruesome planet. I was very getting feared. I might have made this video 1.5 years before. But I made lot many videos about Navtara, Shanghadi, good and bad things. From which nakshatra Mandi is sitting, that nakshatra needs to be very important. Don't look that planet as just any house lord, any karka between Atma, Karaka, Thomas. In natural zodiac bed, it represents which kind of relationship. Let's say Mercury sisters, Mars is brothers, Jupiter's elder brother, father, guru, ancestors, family, wealth. That way. Sun is generally karka of father, our own dignity, image, our self-respect. Sun is the government, influential people, doctors. That way you need to understand that Mandi in any particular planet nakshatra can have a manifold effect. So friends, this was my video to just give you a highlight. This may be a shocker, but within a week I'll be bringing some more interesting video. So stay connected with this channel, and I request again and again, that those people who are watching my video, please subscribe, put a like on this video if you really liked it, and share with your friends and family. You can drop down your comments, but yes, I am not, I think, going to answer anything in the comment section. If you drop any comment related to Mandi, that's a complete different area. For that you need to go through a professional consultation. I'm not going to do that free of cost. It consumes lot of time. You can see that I was extremely busy making my commitment, because I've got lot many consultation, I've got lot many students joined within this. And yes, I think one new batch for astrology learning I'm starting in the month of July. So anybody willing to join the courses, basically you can WhatsApp me. If you are willing to take a professional consultation, also you can WhatsApp your name, detail, from which location you are messaging, and what you are actually looking for. Okay, you just message me on the WhatsApp number which I am dropping down in the description center. I can drop down in the comment section also. Okay, you can ask for a time and procedure and all those things. Okay, so that was my video on the Mandi, and I'll be coming very soon, friends. So basically stay connected with this channel, and you can drop down your feedback.